Beaconfall. The final wave was a Necromancer who can raise skeletons. Luckily, my towers had been upgraded to snipers, which focused the enemy with the most health, so he walked in and got obliterated. Beaconfall is a fast-paced tower defense strategy game with settlement management. Build, assign villagers, empower the lighthouse, and keep the light alive until the final wave. I played for about 80 minutes. You start with one villager and a lighthouse. Waves are coming, so the first job is building enough of a settlement to feed the defence. Wood, stone, food and gold, it all matters. Houses add extra villagers. Garden beds grow pumpkins and trees. Mines and drill rigs bring in stone. Mills collect nearby resources, and later you can upgrade them so they work automatically rather than tying up a villager. That settlement side is the part I like the most. You're not just placing towers, you're clearing trees, mushrooms around the lighthouse so that you can see what you're doing, making room for buildings, repairing damage with wood, and trying to keep the economy moving before the next attack lands. It has a bit of a Don't Starve look about it, and I like that aesthetic. The animations are good too. The awkward bit is the controls. Villagers do not work like individually selected units most of the time. You place an order and they sort the orders between themselves, and that's fine until the wave starts and you need people back on the towers. On my first run I had loads of jobs queued, then I tried to send everyone back to defence and they were still thinking about all the stuff I'd already told them to do. There is a Z command that quickly sends them to the turrets ignoring their previous order, as well as X to clear all the orders. I didn't find those properly on the first run, so it was getting a bit frustrating. However, once I found it, the game made a lot more sense. I would still like a drag order for resources though. Most of the time I wanted to drag across a whole area and tell them to clear everything in sight. During waves, you have skeletons, flying bats that shoot, and big ogres. Defence is towers, spikes, barricades, scarecrows, and a barracks if you want a soldier or an archer to walk around. Towers can upgrade into things like multi-shot or a sniper. I ended up putting most of my money into snipers because that was the easiest way through. More damage, slower shots, but they pick the higher health targets. The lighthouse can also be upgraded into magic powers. I unlocked a lightning attack that hits enemies in the area, but the cost is gold. In my run I did not need to lean into this too hard because once the mills were automated and my villagers were collecting everything, the economy settled down. Add a stone rig with a mill collecting from it, keep every villager busy, and suddenly the waves were much easier. This is where the balance felt a bit swingy. When you're doing badly, it's really challenging. And when you understand the controls and automation, it becomes quite easy. The final Necromancer looked dangerous because he raises skeletons that can wreck you. But because my snipers kept choosing the healthiest target, they always picked him, so he didn't last very long. The barrack units was one of the most frustrating parts for me. You can make them infantry or archer, but controlling that character felt inconsistent. Sometimes I could click on him and then send him in different directions. Sometimes I was dragging boxes around trying to grab him and just not getting control. That felt like a UI bug. The UI in general also takes up a lot of the screen compared to the map, and I'd like to see that reduced. My verdict is a play once you get used to the controls. I definitely recommend it because the idea of managing a settlement and then flipping into tower defence when the storm hits really works for me. It needs control and UI work, but I want to see more maps and how far the game pushes you into using magic and different defences and different settlement setups. Full release is planned for July 16th. I play the demos, you play the hits. I'll see you in the next one. And remember to hit subscribe so the next demo lands, you won't miss it.